This is the Xiaomi S Mini LED 75, a massive 75-inch mini LED TV that promises a big screen cinematic experience under 1 lakh rupees. And after spending a few weeks with it, watching movies, sports, TV shows, and even gaming on it, I can safely say one thing. This TV definitely knows how to impress, but it also comes with a few compromises that you should know before spending your hard-earned money. So let's talk about it. Hello everyone, I'm Ania for Digit, and this is our review of the Xiaomi S Mini LED 75-inch TV. Let's go. First things first, this TV is huge. Unboxing it itself is basically a two-person job. Even moving it around the room feels like shifting furniture, but once it is set up, it absolutely dominates the room. The design is clean and minimal, bezels are super slim, and once content starts playing, you don't notice them quite as much. Xiaomi also gives you flexible stand position, so you can either place the legs near the edges or closer towards the center depending on your table size. And honestly, the build quality feels reassuringly solid. Now obviously the main attraction here is the display. This is a 75-inch VA panel with QD mini LED backlighting, 512 dimming zones, and Xiaomi claims up to 1200 nits peak brightness. And in good content, this TV looks fantastic. Colors are vibrant, blacks are deep, and the brightness really helps the picture pop. Watching travel documentaries, city walkthrough videos, or nature-heavy scenes on this thing feels genuinely impressive. My colleague watched a Malayalam film on this thing on Jio Hotstar, and the forest scenes especially looked rich and cinematic on this massive screen. Even regular SDR content looks comfortable and pleasing to watch. And honestly, sometimes even ads looked good on this TV, but things get a little more mixed once you move to HDR content. For example, while watching The Boys in HDR10+, some scenes looked incredibly detailed, especially close-up shots of faces, skin textures, facial depth, all of that looked realistic. But darker scenes sometimes lacked shadow detail. Colors also felt a bit oversaturated at times, especially skin tones, which looked slightly too red or too pink. Thankfully, switching the color temperature from warm to neutral improved things noticeably. Then we also watched Top Gun Maverick, and this is where some of the processing limitations became more obvious. Fast-moving dogfight scenes were occasionally hard to follow, and in darker backgrounds, I noticed visible artifacts and choppiness. Now, thankfully, these issues don't constantly ruin the experience, but yes, they are noticeable if you pay attention. Motion handling overall is decent for sports. Watching IPL matches on this TV was enjoyable, and tracking the ball wasn't all that difficult. But in certain panning shots or fast-moving scenes, there is visible stutter and judder, especially in cinematic content. Now, Dolby Vision content also showed both strengths and weaknesses of this panel. Watching Stranger Things, the detail on Vecna looked creepy and lifelike. This TV really shines when subjects are properly lit and in focus. But once again, darker scenes showed some pixelation and processing artifacts. And while blooming control is pretty decent overall, I did notice visible color banding in gradient heavy scenes like desert shots from Dune trailers. Now for gaming, we connected a PlayStation 5 Pro and played Hogwarts Legacy on it, and honestly, gaming on a 75-inch screen is just fun. The sheer size adds immersion automatically, but the mini LED magic didn't always stand out during gameplay. Also, this panel is natively 60Hz. Xiaomi does offer 120Hz DLG mode, which is basically software-based frame upscaling through Game Boost, but this is not a true 120Hz panel, so keep that in mind if you are a serious gamer. Now let's talk audio, and surprisingly, the speakers are actually pretty good. They get loud enough, have decent presence, and action scenes genuinely sound enjoyable. Whether it was gaming or Top Gun's jet sequences, the sound had enough punch to complement the big visuals. Let's turn the Do you still benefit from a soundbar? Of course, but the built-in audio is more than capable than I expected. Connectivity-wise, you get 3 HDMI ports, including HDMI 2.1 with EARC and ALLM support, 2 USB 2.0 ports, Ethernet, optical audio, Bluetooth 5.0, and dual-band Wi-Fi. And honestly, USB 3 would have been nice at this price, but this is what we get. Now software. The TV runs a Google TV based on Android 14, and you also get Xiaomi's Patch Wall Plus interface. I actually like that Xiaomi gives you both the options. Patch Wall is good for regional content discovery, while Google TV remains familiar and reliable for most people. There's Chromecast, AirPlay 2, Play Store support, basically all the smart TV essentials are here, but this is also where one of the biggest compromises appears, that is performance. Now the TV uses a quad-core Cortex A55 chip paired with just 2GB RAM, and yes, you do feel the difference, especially when switching between apps, opening menus quickly, or jumping through settings while content is playing in the background. The UI occasionally hesitates, animations can lag slightly, and multitasking definitely slows things down. It is not unusable, but it doesn't feel as fluid as some competing TVs in this segment. And finally, the remote. It is functional, feature-packed, and includes shortcut buttons for OTT apps, Google Assistant, but it is also unnecessarily long. Reaching certain buttons requires awkward finger gymnastics sometimes, and personally, I kept accidentally pressing the patch wall button because of its placement. Not a deal breaker, just slightly annoying. So, should you buy the Xiaomi S Mini LED 75? Well, if your main priority is getting a massive cinematic screen with bright, colorful visuals and mini LED contrast without spending flagship level money, then yes, this TV makes a lot of sense. The sheer screen presence alone makes movies, sports and casual gaming feel immersive and enjoyable. But at the same time, you should also be aware of the compromises. HDR tuning can feel inconsistent, motion processing isn't perfect, darker scenes sometimes show artifacts, and software performance could definitely be smoother. So this isn't a flawless premium TV, but for under 1 lakh rupees, if you want the most TV, then this is a huge, vibrant screen for entertainment in your living room or bedroom. The Xiaomi S Mini LED 75 delivers a genuinely enjoyable big screen experience, and that alone will be enough for a lot of people. Thank you for watching.